So, hello everyone, and welcome to the Live, Life, and Learn channel. Today, we're going to be talking about why you must take relentless risk, especially when you're young. So, most people see risk as something to fear. They're scared, and they're like it's something to avoid. But the truth is that risk is one of life's greatest teachers, and it's what separates average people from the truly greats. And it has a way of shaping who you are, expanding what you're capable of, and revealing doors you didn't even know existed. And here's the beautiful part: when you step into it, even the losses become gifts and lessons. So, today I want to talk about why taking risks can transform your life, not just in what you achieve, but in who you become as a person, and why everything around you shifts when you stop fearing the fall. So, when fear becomes fuel. So, every risk comes with a surge of fear. Your heart pounds, your mind whispers doubts, your body reacts. Most people interpret that as a warning sign, but I've learned to see it as something different. Fear is a compass that points people towards growth. And every time I've stepped into something that I didn't know I could handle, that fear has guided me to my most meaningful breakthroughs. And the secret is this: if you embrace fear rather than run from it, it becomes a source of energy, a driving force. You begin to see that every challenge, every unknown, is an opportunity to expand yourself and push yourself in even further. So, risk reveals your true self. Because risk has a way of stripping away pretense. When everything is safe, it's easy to wear a mask, to project confidence, to stay comfortable, and to pretend that you know your limits. But once you step into the unknown, the mask falls away. You see yourself clearly, your strengths, your resilience, and the parts of yourself you've been hiding, even from yourself. I remember taking a project I had no experience of. I stumbled, I felt exposed, but through it I discovered the capacities I never knew I had. Another example is when I moved to a foreign country to work as a doctor with very little information, and this was really a step into the unknown. But this risk showed me depths to myself that I didn't know I have. It helped build my resilience and mental strength. And this risk didn't just change my circumstances, it illuminated the very essence of who I was as a person. And in this risk, I had losses, and these losses were gifts. So here's the part that people miss: losses aren't the enemy, they're teachers wrapped in disguise. When you take risks, some things are not going to work out, whether it's an investment, a relationship, or a project that doesn't work. But if you approach this with a curiosity instead of regret, every loss becomes a stepping stone. Every setback teaches you something. It refines your instincts and it strengthens your courage. And the more you allow yourself to risk, the more you learn and the more deeply you grow. It's kind of a compounding transformation. And in fact, the greater your willingness to risk and even fail, the more everything else in life begins to shift: your confidence, your decision making, your relationships, and your sense of purpose. You realize once you take risks, you feel, in a way, invincible. Not because you don't lose, but because you know that when you lose, you pick yourself back up and you take an even bigger risk, and that gives you a sense of purpose. So, why quick decisions help build momentum? Because the world favors action. Life rewards those who make bold decisions, one after another, without letting fear or ego paralyze them. And there are people ahead of you right now, taking steps, making moves, and building momentum while you wait for the perfect moment. And when you risk, you learn to act defensively, decisively, to move quickly, to trust yourself, And here's the beauty. Even when things don't go perfectly, your confidence grows. Because every decision and every step forward makes the next one easier, faster, and bolder. And as Alex Hormozy says, volume pretty much beats everything. Whether that is time in the gym, YouTube videos, studying, or learning a skill, once you put in the volume, the time, the hours, you build unimaginable momentum. Now, we talk about all this fear, but let's talk about why risk creates a life of abundance. Risk doesn't just shape your mind, it reshapes your entire life. It opens doors to opportunities, relationships, and experience that you would not have been possible if you'd stayed comfortable. By risking, you learn to embrace the uncertainty, the edge of a cliff, the empty space. You stop clinging to guarantees. You begin to see the potential everywhere. Even when small actions compound into profound changes. And something that I've learned that goes along with this is that it's better to say yes and then figure it out than say no just because you're not sure about how to do something. Say yes and figure it out later. Trust me. And here's another key. The more you step into this life of courage, the more abundance flows, not just materially, but in growth, knowledge, and connection. The more you step into the comfort zone and take risks, you find the more that life rewards you. So, the final thing is why you should fail, rise, and attack relentlessly. The most important part of risk is this. Even when you fail, you attack again. You take bigger risks next time, armed with the knowledge of the mistakes of the past. Every loss that you've ever taken becomes a weapon. It becomes a muscle. It becomes something to sustain you. And every setback is a teacher. And the people who stop growing are the ones who fear falling. And the people who transform are the ones who fail, rise, and step forward again with courage and clarity. So, risk builds resilience, strength, and a mindset that sees opportunity everywhere, even if it looks like defeat. So, here's the truth. Risk isn't just about achieving more, it's about becoming more. It teaches you to trust yourself, it reveals your strength, and it transforms your losses into lessons. And it builds a life of courage, of momentum, and of abundance. And the more you embrace it, the more positively it touches everything in your life. So you must step into risk and attack it relentlessly. Embrace the fear, accept the loss, fail and rise and attack again, because every time you do, you grow, and everything else in your life grows with you. Embrace the chaos. Fail, 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 and then attack life relentlessly. Use the stubbornness to get what you want. And I promise you, you will get there eventually. I want to thank you all for watching this video. And don't forget to attack your goals and take relentless risks, especially those of you who are young. Thank you very much for watching the video.